It was crazy. The fact that my brother and my dad, like my brother has said some of like the worst things that you can say to a human being. Like not to me or like to say about a human being or, things that he's done. And my dad is just off the fuck. He just fucking nut. He's nuts, right? And it's kind of insane how like they are considered the worst people in the world to a lot of people for the way that for the things that they say and the things that they do. And it's crazy. The worst people in the world still have people that love them because they know either a different side of them. And I'm not speaking like, oh, like that's just like because that's my child, is unconditional love. Like it's crazy. People still have personalities, no matter, even if you're a bad person. Some of the like worst people in the world were extremely charismatic, and they were extremely personable. And I mean, even like serial killers, rapists, you know, people who've robbed banks, people who, do identity theft. They can be some of the nicest people that you have ever ran into in your life, and you would never ever know that they were doing what they do. So it's very interesting, different perspectives that you get on people because I've had people tell me things about myself or tell other people how they felt about me to another person, and it's crazy. Like and at one point I gave a fuck, but I mean it's been a long time since I actually gave a fuck because no one knows you. And I think even like your parents and stuff, most of your relatives, they don't even know you. Like no one has the full context of your life because you're the only one to have it. Like honestly, and actually your friends end up having more context than your family because you end up, eventually most people end up eventually spending more time with their connections that they make outside their family. So when someone judges you or when someone is like talking about somebody else in any type of way, honestly, like you really just never know because people can show you whatever they want to show you, and that's just what it is. You'll never really know a person completely. Like y'all, and a lot of people wonder why like men and women have like so many disconnects, and like when we do finally find someone that we can connect to, we cling to them motherfuckers because it's like, damn, like this person gets me. And that's why that connection is like so powerful, and that's why it's really good to be I know I'm jumping all around, but it's really good to be yourself because you don't want to play this part that you have all these connections with this person, because then like later on it gets super confusing. It's like, oh, like I thought we were like one, and then everything changes when in actuality, like everything didn't change. That person just wasn't who they said they were in the beginning. A lot of time we like to impress people in the beginning, and that's when you're trying to dealing with a like intimate relationship, or if you just like friends with someone. A lot of time we are afraid to show people who we really are, and it's okay for someone to not like you. It's completely fine, and I learned that a long time ago also, and it's fine. Like the people that you want to like you, if they don't like you, fuck them. Other people are gonna like you. Like they're not only, it's billions of people in this world, and you worried and stressed and about this one person who doesn't connect with you. Once you figure out that connection, like that they lied, or that connection just wasn't like good for not even just you, it wasn't good for the both of you, you get up out of there. Yes, was it 7 billion other people in the world to connect with? Like it's just not that serious. When people judge you, whether you hear from a third party or a fourth party or a fifth party, just know that no one knows the full context of your life. No one, especially someone who meets you at 25 years old and they think they know all about you and they got something to say about who you are and how you operate. Like, no. And when they judge you and when that information gets back to you, do nothing with it. You don't have to retaliate. You don't have to say something back about them to other people, maybe like something dirty that they were doing. Like, it's just not necessary. That makes you seem like the idiot when you go back and forth and you're like, oh, this person put out some information on me, I'm going to put out some information on that person. Like, it's really not that serious. No one knows who anyone is. All right? Context is key. You can give people context and people can be closer to you depending on what you let them know, but nobody really knows you. And no one can really have like really good insight unless you give them that insight. So I want y'all to take that information and like your days will be so much happier with that context, like with this information, I have to say, because so many people worry about what other people think of them. It literally stops you from living life because you are afraid what someone else will think of you. I just got off the phone with someone and I'm just like, who cares what anyone thinks? Like, go get your money. Like, you gonna let them stop you from getting your money just because, you look a certain way today? No. Like, what is presentable? Like, presentable to who? You're always gonna look like shit to somebody. Like, that's just what it is. You're always gonna look like shit to somebody. That is a fact. You can feel like you dressed to the T from head to top, shoes to tie. Like, someone's still gonna look at you and have something to say. And you know what I say? Fuck them. Fuck them. It's just not serious. Don't take what anyone says serious about you. They got something negative. They ain't got nothing, and then they ain't got nothing positive to say. That's even worse. Like, you got all this negative stuff to say. Like, tell me something positive. Like, what do you like? Do you like my beard? Do you like my eyes? Do you like my, my mustache? Do you like my fingernails? Like, what do you like? Like, tell me, with all this hate out here, like, go ahead and tell me something that you actually like. Give me some positivity in my life. If you're going to be worth anything, at least give me some positivity. So, just take that with you, man. Like, you ain't got to be around complete positive people all the time, but, I say you just try and be as positive as possible. Negativity leads to stress and depression and anxiety and a lot of other things. So don't let that be your life. Life ain't as long as we all think it is, and make the most of it. I think you would definitely rather be happy than be depressed for the majority of your life. So I think that's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you think.